In this video I want to talk about how I went about getting rid of the exhaust back pressure valve on my 2007.3. I don't have the time or the money really. I need to get back to work with my truck right away, and I don't want to spend the money on it. Also, I don't have the equipment to weld aluminum. In a lot of videos you'll see the holes inside of this cylinder being welded shut. So I'm going to take my chance and put everything back together, because I don't have the options really to replace it with a aftermarket one without the cylinder, and also I just don't have the time. So I'm going to chance to put it back together. I know this where the shaft comes out, I believe, was leaking pretty bad. So I tapped it out with a 1/4 inch NPT and put a 1/4 inch pipe block in there. This side, I took it out, took the snap ring out, popped the plug out to take all the internals out. Allowed me to blow everything out once I tapped it to make sure there's no shavings in it and such. And then, I know it might be a terrible idea, but I did put a thin coat of RTV, just enough so that I don't think it would enter the cylinder, so I don't think it's going to have too much of a risk of knocking loose and getting into the oil system. It was a bad idea, probably, but hopefully at the worst it'll just not do anything, not help at all. Hopefully it won't cause any problems. I put a very, very thin coat on, just where the O-ring seats on the back side, more towards the back side, so as it squishes in, I don't think it'll ooze into the cylinder at all. I'm going to leave this one the way it is. I don't think this seal was leaking as far as I know. Again, I'm just trying to kind of limp it back together. The whole reason I'm also redoing this is because the wiring for my back pressure valve seemed to be not working anyway, so I don't think my back pressure valve has ever worked. It's been minus 40 degrees Celsius here last couple of days, and I've run this truck all year round. It never really seemed to be that big of an issue. It obviously does warm up slower in the cold weather, but it also has high idle, so I think that it's kind of irrelevant either way, seeing that it didn't work in the first place, as far as I know. So yeah, that's how I'm going to go about this. I'll see, maybe do an update later on whether or not these are leaking down the road, but if they are, I'll just have to replace it down the road, I guess. On the turbo itself, I'm going to take out the butterfly. I am just going to grind off the 2 rivets that hold it onto the shaft, and then I think it should more or less just pop out, because it moves on its own, and I think it's just, this is stopping it from slipping all the way out. So I think that's all it'll take. I'll just pop off those rivets, grind them off or whatever, and then the whole shaft should come out. And from what I understand, this side will also take a 1/4 inch pipe, NPT pipe thread plug. So I'm just going to plug this end off just to bypass this and hope for the best. Hopefully in this cold climate it doesn't make that much of a difference, hopefully. Especially, like I said, because I already have high idle on the truck. So yeah, I didn't see any videos online with this as an option, probably because the whole reason a lot of guys would be doing this to begin with is because they're trying to eliminate leak points, and so by doing this I'm really only eliminating 1 leak point. But again, it's kind of what I'm dealing with right now, so the best option I saw for right now. So I'm going to put it back together. There's a lot more work to do on the truck anyways. Also along the same ballpark as doing the RTV, I also know it's pretty crazy and probably not going to do anything. But I thought I'd give it a try back here on the passenger side up pipe. It was leaking, not majorly. This truck has 450 odd thousand kilometers on it. As far as I know, the turbo's been out once, or part of it has been out once at least to get a new fuel line in. But aside from that, it's never been out. Minor leaking on the up pipe. Wasn't anything super serious, but I thought, you know, I'm not going to replace them now. But I thought, hey, for $12, I might as well just throw in some this is just JB Weld metallic sealant. So it's just like a metal paste essentially. So I just tried to shove it into the joint as best as I could. And we'll see what happens. Worst case scenario, doesn't do anything. Doesn't help at all, but you know, I don't think it's definitely not going to damage anything as far as I know. So I'll give it a try. I have had good success with using manifold patch on a gasoline truck before. The first time I did it didn't last very long, but then the second time I put it on, it lasted me for several years of use on the truck and it never leaks. So I guess it's kind of hit and miss whether or not it will actually do its job. But I thought, you know, it's kind of hack, but I don't think it's going to hurt anything trying it, at least for a science experiment. So, okay, thanks for watching.